The mute mother just added a chicken drumstick for her daughter. Unexpectedly, the next second, the drumstick was snatched away by the girl's grandmother, Linda, and given to her grandson. The woman felt it was very unfair. Her son's bowl already had so much food, yet her daughter couldn't even have one drumstick. Unexpectedly, Linda directly slapped the woman. She believed that the girl would eventually get married, so she had no right to eat the drumstick. The girl accused her grandmother of being too biased. The mother hoped her daughter would stop provoking Linda, but the girl had long had enough of this kind of life. Linda mocked the girl as a burden, saying she could never compare to her grandson. The boy also told everyone that he had performed very well in this exam. He believed he would surely get into a good university. Linda was very happy to hear this. To pay for her grandson's living expenses and tuition, she planned to sell the girl to someone else. The girl strongly opposed this when she heard it. She had also taken the same exam and could also go to university. The woman also urged Linda to reconsider. After all, her daughter was still very young, but Linda was very insistent. Just as they were arguing, the village chief suddenly ran over. It turned out that he had just received news that the boy had achieved the highest score in the entire city. The family was very excited to hear this. Little did they know, the village chief was too excited and misheard the name. The person who actually scored first in the city was the girl. Not long ago, after the exam papers were graded by the teachers, they were shocked to discover that the girl had scored full marks on every paper. Even the questions set by the president of a top university, the girl solved them with ease. Soon, the university president learned this news. He immediately decided to find the girl and admit her early. Meanwhile, because of the village chief's carelessness, the whole family thought the boy was the one who scored first. To reward her grandson, Linda even ignored the woman's pleas and forcibly snatched a bracelet from her hand. Then she made the village chief recount the whole incident. The village chief told her that he had just received a call saying a student in the village had scored first in the city. But at that moment, he was too excited and only knew that the student was from Linda's family, without hearing the exact name clearly. The girl immediately suspected that the village chief might have guessed wrong and that she was actually the student who scored first. The boy could not help but mock his sister when he heard this. Her usual grades were very poor, even ranking at the bottom of the class. How could she possibly score first in the city? The girl's father angrily slapped her. He did not expect his daughter's grades to be so poor. The girl, feeling wronged, explained to everyone that at that time, she had not finished all her subjects, but was sent by her grandmother to do farm work, so she had no chance to complete the remaining papers. On another exam, her brother forgot his exam admission ticket at home. The girl had to sacrifice herself again to go home and find his ticket. But later, the girl discovered that it was just her brother's prank. He had always had the ticket with him. It was because of the repeated obstruction by her family that the girl's grades had long been at the bottom. However, the family thought the girl was making excuses. The father was very disappointed in his daughter. He did not expect that after paying for her tuition and living expenses, this was the result. The girl did not expect her father to be so unreasonable. She retorted that over the years, her father had not paid a single penny. All expenses were earned through the hard work of her and her mother. The father, hearing this, became furious and directly slapped his daughter again. However, this time the girl firmly refused to compromise. The mother advised her daughter not to be so stubborn and to apologize to her husband quickly. The village chief, seeing this, also criticized the girl for being unfilial. He suggested that they marry off the girl soon. Hearing this, Linda ordered the woman to take the girl to get dressed up and in the afternoon to take her to a matchmaking meeting. To earn more money, she had already reached an agreement with a wealthy villager. As long as she married the girl to his foolish son, Linda could receive a $200,000 bride price. The girl was terrified when she heard this. She could never marry an idiot. The mother hurriedly pleaded with Linda, hoping she would not do this. However, Linda did not care about their feelings at all. She directly instructed her son to lock the girl in the house. At that moment, the university president arrived. Linda and the others thought he had come to admit the boy. However, the president asked about the girl. Everyone thought he had made a mistake, but the president had heard clearly at the time. The person who scored first in the city was the girl. Seeing this, the boy hurriedly claimed that the girl's usual grades were poor. She could not possibly be the one the president was looking for. The woman intended to explain for her daughter, but Linda interrupted her. Linda claimed that she had never seen the girl study, so the president must have mistaken her. The girl replied that her grandmother only cared about her brother. Even when her brother played games, she had to serve him. In contrast, when she studied by the light beside him, she was even accused of wasting electricity. The girl had no choice but to study under the nearby light, so Linda had never seen her study. After learning the truth, the president asked the girl if she wanted to attend his school. The girl excitedly agreed. However, just as the president was about to take the girl away, Linda blocked her. No matter what, she refused to believe that the girl was the one who scored first. Everyone also tried to convince the president to take the boy, claiming he was the real first-place student. The president was very angry. To make the family completely give up, he asked the boy and girl to compete, to give the answer to the difficult question he had set. The boy looked very troubled when he heard this. Just as he didn't know what to do, the next second, the girl directly gave the correct answer.